Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Maddles and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast. Now today I've got game 2 of a best of 3, it's from the Zotac Cup and it is between TSLSymbol, the red Zerg player in the top right, and EmpireBratOK, who is of course the blue Terran in the lower left, and as the lovely observers just given away, the score is indeed 1-0 for Symbol. So sorry for the spoilers if you haven't watched game 1, but really you should have done. So do flick over and watch it because it was actually a really good game. It had some good control from both players, it was really fun to watch and just generally winning. So what can we expect from game 2? Well, obviously the map is of course Cloud Kingdom. It does have the supply depot there, so no crazy wall offs or anything like that. Other than that, I mean obviously Symbol will probably go for a 15 hatch 16 pull because that is the standard play you do against Terran as a Zerg. Obviously EmpireBratOK, I reckon he's going to be going for something like a 1 Rax command center, although he doesn't actually have the wall off, which does again suggest that perhaps he could go for a command center first. That is a possibility. It is pretty much as economical as can be, and I'll be really interested to see if it does work out for him. So we'll wait and see exactly what build he goes for, but so the Overlord is coming to scout over now. Interesting things about these maps. Well, first on Cloud Kingdom, the third for Symbol isn't too hard to take, but there is quite a few entrances into it, and also defending the third is a long way away from defending the natural, so Hellions can be very, very potent. There is not much dead space. You can come and poke over here for a drop and come up from the third, but there isn't dead space, so to speak, so it's not completely safe to drop. It's not the easiest dropping map in my opinion. Obviously over at the side of Braddock, well, there's this little position here which is really nice to put a siege tank on. Gives you great defense. This area isn't too hard to wall off should you want to. And obviously your third base can be quite easy to take because you can build the command center up here, float it down very quickly, and with tanks and everything it's okay to defend it. I mean you can put some tanks in the middle just to be safer, but anyway, we've got Symbol. He's thrown down that 15 hatch rather. He's now getting the 16 pull, so everything right on cue when it should be. And it is going to be a 1 Rax C. Oh no, actually just the 1 Rax out at the moment. So the command center should be coming down shortly. There we go with the SCV. I thought the command center had already started, but again, not the command center first I thought it could have been, but that's all good. Now, going back to the map, obviously after the third, Symbol can start looking at this fourth base, and to be honest, it's not too hard to take for him. If you've got the third up successfully, taking the fourth, in my opinion, isn't too bad. Obviously, there is this high ground which can be abused slightly by marines or tanks or anything, but I mean, as long as you've got good creep spread like we saw in game 1, Symbol should be absolutely fine there. He's getting up that 1 gas, that'll most likely be for Zergling speed. The scout is coming off. We do have the Overlord just seeing around. Does the Overlord see the 2 gas? It should do. Yep, so the 2 gas have been seen. Now that's a big giveaway because essentially, if you're getting those 2 gas out, you can be pretty confident that they've gone for a 1 Rax command center since the gas are coming out around 4 minutes and not earlier. And in line with that, it means that you're not going to be getting any kind of weird super marine push or anything like that. So, should be pretty safe. It also suggests that Hellions will be on the cards into, obviously, something like, well, you can actually get react to Hellion Cloak Banshee, although I wouldn't suggest on this map just because there isn't the dead space. But, I mean, the third base for Symbol might not be too fun. Now, this is actually one map where some 2-base aggression, in my opinion, can be quite effective because this isn't a huge wall-off position, and while the entrance to the main is very, very narrow, you can pick off this natural base very easily should you want to. So, it'll be interesting to see if there's a small Zergling run-by or anything like that. I think it could be quite potent, but we'll wait and see what Symbol thinks. Looking down at Symbol's base, he does have that factory coming out as well as a reactor, so reactor Hellions are what is going to be the unit of choice with BratOK in this early game position. He's just aggressively trying to take this map control, and that is a great idea in itself. You want to be holding these Zelnaga towers, both of them ideally. It gives you great vision of what is going on. We do already have 2 queens out. We've got 1 more queen about to pop, so it's not going to be 4 queens as we saw in game 1, but rather just the 3. That's a good move in itself. You don't need 4. 3 I believe is essential. 4 obviously helps, but there are downsides to that as well. Now we do have a second gas just being taken now by Symbol. That's quite an interesting choice. Meanwhile, Overlord's poking around, great spot for the Overlord there. Sees there's no wall off at all, and now with the Roach Warren coming down as well, I'm really feeling like Symbol may actually go for some pressure. That's an unusual time to get the Roach Warren, so to speak. I mean, it's not crazy, but considering he hasn't scouted anything specifically showing a need for it, again, I just really feel that that's going to be some pressure. It's clear that you'll be able to get in, and now the Hellions have been seen as well. Obviously, those Roaches will help, and if you've got the Roaches out already, you haven't taken a third base yet, then really pressure is your best option. And I think it will work well for Symbol, just purely because of the lack of defense, the fact that so much is going into Hellion. Stim has just been started as well, and aside from that one factory in barracks, there's nothing else there. The other indicator to me that there is going to be a massive push is, well, before the 10 roaches were made, there was the fact that there was an awful lot of minerals and gas banked up, so now 10 roaches with banelings there as well, that's going to be very, very potent. 10 zerglings coming out now, and to be honest, this could be a very quick game in all honesty, because there's just so much here for Symbol. He's going to have those roaches down already, and they're going to basically mean those Hellions will do absolutely nothing at all. And once those zerglings come out and we get the banelings, well, obviously the banelings would punch through any bunkers and melt the marines, and the roaches would really, really help. Now, the roaches are actually moving out, and now these Hellions are looking a bit exposed, but that should mean that it's a complete surprise that there's going to be roaches at the front door, and that is exactly what we're looking like we're going to see. The zerglings are running across. Now, BratOK is pulling back all of these Hellions. I don't know if he did manage to just catch a quick glimpse of them, but he will definitely see it now if he does take that Zonaga Tower. So now he sees exactly what's coming out. The banelings morphing in, 11 banelings come straight up, and really there's nothing here for BratOK to defend this. Yes, he's got the Hellions, but they do not do bonus damage to banelings because they aren't life units. These supply depots will be forced to cancel. No cans actually going off at the moment. The banelings coming across. The SCV's pulled back from the bunker, so you don't want to detonate banelings on there. The banelings doing exactly the right thing. Go for the wall off. All of those supply depots will go down. That is a big loss. It supply blocks BratOK quite heavily, actually. And now the roaches coming in, and there's just so many banelings there. Look at that damage being done absolutely everywhere. Oh, so many SCVs go down, and, well, 22 SCVs already killed. That knocks BratOK down to 16. Now, I think we're going to see a GG any second, because there's no way to come back from this. When you've lost so much, your entire army is dead, and you've got just so many units in your main base, and there is still, well, the Hellions are still up, but they won't be able to deal with this many roaches, and, well, the zerglings have gone to town. There's literally 3 harvesters, and there is the GG from BratOK. So a bit more of a quick game to Symbol, really showing the dominance, showing that that 2 base push is good, and also behind that he did also have up his 3rd base nearly completed, which I forgot to mention. Now, if you did enjoy the cast, please subscribe. New top level games up every single day. Like the video and leave a comment below, that'd be awesome. I am Maddles, and you've just watched the StarCraft 2 England cast. Catch you again soon.